And we're live. There it is. No time. Ciao, ciao, ciao. We're in. It was my fault. I got us sidetracked because I was telling everybody about why I don't like Lord of the Rings, and I realized that we're playing a fantasy setting RPG.
Now everybody in chat, tell him why he's wrong.
Don't tell me that I'm wrong. I know that I'm right. Here's the. I literally just said I like the world of Middle Earth, the Lord of the Rings. I like the concept of it. I've never liked the story. It's a lot of walking, and it feels like they just didn't want the story to end. They could have done it in 2 and they made it 3 kind of idea. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's because there's 3 books.
Sure,
right?
But there didn't need to be, is what I'm saying.
Well, okay, so The Hobbit. I have never watched The Hobbit.
I watched the first 2 and I couldn't bring myself to watch the 3rd.
I've only ever read the books because your boy doesn't have time for a book this thick into a movie this thick.
Well, I mean, but that's the way that I look at the main series. Like, I realize that there's 3 books and they made a movie for each one. I get it, so they had to cut. But did they cut really important things from the? As someone who's both read the books and and watched the movies, did they cut enough from the books into the movie that it would make a wildly different opinion of someone who didn't like it?
Tom Bombadil, but that's neither here nor there.
Stop swearing at me, whatever made up language you are.
The whole Tom Bombadil stuff was basically a story within the story.
See, come on! You're trying to give me reasons. You're trying to give me reasons.
He held the ring, you guys. Like Tom Bombadil was the only guy other than Frodo.
And it did not affect him. Yes.
That changes like so much, though.
Just stretching it out, guys. They took a single book story and made it into 3 books. Now I realize that's an over exaggeration. I know, but that's how it feels. Because I was like, dude, just take the eagles and fly the damn ring off. You're good. You're good, bro.
Don't fucking start with that shit.
Don't start with the eagles, god damn it.
Don't make me go through the movies. This was the first movie.
The important thing is, DG is playing Shadow of War.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's how we got on this topic. I'm playing a video game, Lord of the Rings video game.
So you're in the world,
and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I don't know the characters. Do I what?
Have you done any of the Shelob missions yet?
When you have to like find a picture. Yeah. Yeah, I have done a couple of those.
Shadow. That's right. They're different. So Shadow of Mordor, you hang out with her a little bit more.
Okay. The eagles can't fly them, you fool. The eagles flew the. I get it. Get it. What I'm saying is, the hobbits were in the eagles. Dude, just fly the damn. Throw the hobbits in the damn lava, right?
Let's do this then. Okay.
Before Finny gets started, TG, you travel a fair bit every now and then for your job.
Sure.
You have some days where you're on the road for some time. Throw on the audiobook.
That's fair. The point that I had made. Hello, Nerfy, you lovable scamp. You lovable scamp.
Nerfy 007.
Nerfy 007. Thank you for your subscription. Listen, so here's the thing. I like everything about it except for this particular story. I don't like this particular story. I don't like this particular story for many different reasons, but the primary reason is it's boring. It's just walking for 3 movies straight. That's it. Stuff happens while they're walking. Fair. But it's movie 1.
They did walk a long way.
Movie 2.
They walked all the way to Mordor.
Movie 3.
To be fair, he got his bitten off, but whatever.
And then, even the fucking trees walked in that movie. Everything walks. That's straight ripped off of Clerks. I will allow that. Yeah. Again, good. Everything about it is good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I don't like that particular story. I think they could have told a better story if they would have told multiple stories. I think if they would have taken the approach of Game of Thrones instead of the single one story that goes on for 3 books, give me the story from Aragorn's side. Give me the story from the Hobbit side. Give me the story from the Dwarf side. Give me the story from the Elves side. Then I'm all in on your multiple books situation, but I think the travel from A to B is not a 3-book accomplishment.
So by the second book, they have split the party.
I
You get
know,
multiple views.
but it
of
felt forced.
it.
So
You're awful.
DG wants something. DG got something. DG's just like, oh, I don't like this. Don't give me what I wanted.
PG's just at the point where he just wants to wind up the GM before we get started.
That's right. That's
And
right.
we're all low health already.
We have
so-
Star Trek and now we have Land Trek. There you go. Boom.
There you
I don't look.
You stay out of this, Abu.
I'm trying to give a fair shot. I said once again, because on paper, this is something I should be into.
It should be,
Right?
Yeah.
On paper, this is something I should be like, yes, I love it. But I ever since I was introduced to it, I just don't. I'm not a big fan. But what I said I would do is watch all of the extended editions, all of them, to say that, look, I did everything I could, minus reading the book, and maybe that's the next challenge. I still don't like it. I think that if you put that much effort into something and you still don't like it, it's over, Rock. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
It ain't over.
It's it's not bad, and if it's on, I'll watch it. But if someone's like, well, Lord of the Rings is the greatest book of all time, nah, I'm sorry, you're wrong. That's not correct.
What are your top 3 books?
I don't have a top 3 books.
That's so let's.
Mike's top 3 books are Maxim's June 2007.
Boom. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and maybe when I say books, I mean like the book that turned into a movie kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like people find out I like Dungeons and Dragons and they go, "Oh, you must love Lord of the Rings," and then I'm like, "Actually, I don't." And they're like,
To quote Rush Hour in response to your, you know what I'm saying, is don't nobody know the words that are coming.
nobody knows what words are coming out of your mouth.
Nice.
Anyway, that's my Lord of the Rings spiel. I am working my way through it. I like the world. Shadow of War, very good game. I did enjoy the first movie. I'm concerned about the next 2 that are coming, and that's look, man. That's a lot of. That's more time.
Concerned.
That's more time put into something, because Nerfy knows if I'm like, no, I don't like this. Like, I give it 1 episode and then I ripcord and I'm gone. Like, you're never getting me back again.
Yeah.
And so for me to return to the water here multiple times, I think that says a lot. Even if I don't like it, I think that that's respectable, at least.
It's showing that you are growing as a person.
No,
and I appreciate
it's showing that I even feel like I'm wrong with what I'm saying.
There's like somebody fix me.
Anyway.
All right. Are we good?
I think I got it out of my system.
Okay.
We're good. Welcome
All right.
in. It's time for Pathfinder. I'm going to click this button. We're going to enter Pathfinder mode.
It is. So, what happened? I was going to say last week, but we didn't do Pathfinder for the last 2 weeks.
No,
We
we've been
did
off.
Pathfinder, yeah. Although the last 2 weeks were a lot of fun.
We had a
Sorry,
lot of fun building
good
traveler characters. Nerfy, I don't know if you were enlightened with what we did while you were away.
I got the Cole's notes on dice rolling to make characters.
Yeah, we basically created characters for a game called Traveler, which is space travelers. Like, You're just some dude and stuff happens and it's a random character creation process.
Like a combination of Firefly / Deep Space Nine / Battlestar
But
Galactica.
the rule set means that like things stick with you, I think is what Mrs. Nerfy said.
Yeah.
Your broken arm, or like you're dropped out of school, or
Whatever. There was like you create a rival or like a nemesis kind of thing.
You create your character, but in creating your character, you create your character's backstory, and it's full of random events that shape your character as you build them.
Yep. It was a lot of fun.
As you build them, there is the possibility that you end up dying.
Yep.
Yeah.
As part of the character creation process. It was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it. I would like to actually play the game. And we also talked about playing a game, both Morkborg and Pirate Borg, both of which sound really, really fun.
Say Morkborg.
Morkborg.
I'm probably getting my copy of Morkborg this weekend.
Like a hard copy?
Oh yeah.
Dude, good for you. I want that Pirate Borg book so bad. Yeah, Morkborg.
Morkborg.
What a Pirate Borg is, it's somebody that's like shiver me timbers, you must assimilate. But what is Morkborg?
So, Morkborg is a medieval dark fantasy game. There's lots of dying.
Think
There's lots of not good things happening.
Think Darkest Dungeon. What is that game?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Darkest Dungeon?
Yeah. But what's the Borg part?
But well,
it's Swedish, isn't it?
It's Swedish, yeah.
Oh,
meaning dark fort, I think, or something. Dark fortress.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Borg, that makes sense. I thought it was like Star Trek.
Yeah.
No,
not quite.
I am the Morkborg.
Morkborg, the Swedish chef.
Oh God, that's Star Trek Swedish chef. Oh God.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Mork.
But yeah, so Traveler was a lot of fun, and then these other games, there's a lot going on, and so we had a lot of fun. So rewinding beyond that, though,
yes,
we're deep in the bowels of the Adventure Vaults, I think. Well, I don't know if this is the Adventure Vaults. This is the ruins of them.
You always
Abomination
call the Adventure Vaults, but this is the Abomination Vaults.
Oops.
Adventure Vault. We changed the name.
I better change the titles.
Happier.
It's canon.
Can I just change this?
Late. Yeah.
What if I can just change that?
Boop.
Anyway, sorry. Adventure Vaults?
Yes. Abomination Vaults.
Damn it.
We talked about this Adventure Vault. I love the optimism of thinking someplace called the Abomination Vaults is the Adventure Vaults. The kind of like cognitive dissonance you have to think that like
It
a
can't
place
be
where
bad if we called it Adventure Vaults.
that like a cloud made of tentacles like is like ripping my skin off. We're going on an adventure.
Meanwhile, it's more like, come adventure with me.
A voice from within your own brain.
Yeah.
I think that fixed it. I don't know. We'll see.
Whatever. We'll fix it in post.
But yeah. Okay. It's not the Adventure Vaults, it's the Abomination Vaults. But
yes,
we're deep down. We were asked to give to the, what was the thing's name? The Tweaker?
Flesh for
Canker.
Canker. Yeah.
Flesh for the Canker. And we kind of further pushed into it. We came into this library place where there was more than just the ghouls. There was Canker, his/herself.
Yes, there's the High Priestess.
High Priestess.
And we got her. So we got the snot kicked out of us while we took them out.
You guys did very well.
I was gonna say, we're all still standing, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah, most of our blood is inside of our bodies still, is it not?
Isaac and Eero got the snot kicked out of them.
The blood is.
Yeah, like I'm at 37 of 41 for HP. I'm doing okay.
I'm at 60%.
I will remind everybody that part of that is because Isaac popped off a 3-action heal.
Yes,
It
I
helps
do
take down
remember. I'm not saying we're in the best shape. I'm just saying could have been a lot worse.
We're not in the worst shape.
We're not in the worst shape. It was the best of times and it was the blurst of times.
One would say you're A shape.
Sultan.
I'm bringing this up because Isaac would prefer to patch up.
Oh yeah,
before
let's bring out
any
let's bust out the JB weld here, boys.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. There we go.
He wants to make sure that Euro is fully, as fully repaired as he can be because he's really
Yeah.
hurting.
100%. Also, Adrian, can I get some mouth to mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're sitting at like how low is my HP? It's not great. 25 out of 38. So I need like, if you drop like 13 on a real good roll,
I'm sure I can treat both of us. Do you want me to treat myself first, or do you want me to treat you first?
You can treat yourself first. Treat yourself.
Treat myself. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to treat myself, and I'm like, because you're feeling a little uneasy about my abilities, because the last few times it hasn't gone very well. And I'm like, look, Luminor, it's not that big of a deal. All you gotta do is this. And I like wrap my leg.
Just like that.
And I'm like, just like that.
Yeah, you got a tourniquet, you got a sewing kit, you got all the kits.
I'm like, okay, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Luminor's bracing himself against the fallen debris over there. He's holding himself up. Did we get tetanus?
Hero point.
Yes.
I did 8 damage. Did I do 8 damage to him?
Yeah. You rolled maximum on the damage dice.
I have to hero point that because I feel like I built it up so well that if I kill you while attempting, I not only like healed myself, I'm like, see, I'm a trained physician, and then I'm like,
you like pushed me into like this like busted ass shelf beside me. Like a nail went through one of my hands. Like, what's going on here?
Look here, little man. I'm gonna heal you.
Oh no.
Okay, what I meant.
No.
What I meant was this.
Throw it like you mean it.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what actually happened. An alternative universe that killed you.
We all started off with 3 hero points once more.
Yeah. Some people don't have 3 anymore.
I like that my first roll I required a hero point.
No, it was his second roll.
The second roll.
Zombie says they did 8 damage, but it gets blocked because he walked 3 steps to the left on his trip to Mordor.
All right. Yeah, that checks out.
That's a success, or
yeah, that's a success. Yeah.
15.
I think right now you guys are aiming at a regular 17. That sound right?
That's too creepy. Sorry.
You're creepy. It sounded like the keep music in Chrono Trigger, that kind of string.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same tune. It was the same kind of instrument though, where you're creeping through. There's bats coming at you.
So you guys did fight the priestess. She had come out of the door to the north and started slinging magic.
Yeah.
And then you guys kited her into here and destroyed her.
I like the idea of like kiting this as like a high level like Sun Tzu Art of War tactical maneuver, as much as it was like us ducking for cover and praying for not death.
There was no looting done that I know of last session.
No, we kind of just killed everything, and we're like,
Yeah.
Like it's 2 a.m. We need to like
Yeah.
wrap this up.
So after after I'm finishing bandaging myself and Luminor up, if we're kind of all, are we gonna do it as a group, or do you want somebody designated to searching?
Roll up the sleeves, put on like the cow delivering glove, and start looting around in these guts.
Yeah, whatever you guys want.
this one.
Ooh, who's got the best seek? Who's our seeker? What is seek?
Perception. The GM
Perception.
attempts a single secret perception check for you and compares the result to the stealth
I-
PCs of any undetected.
I think we'd all be looking through. There's no reason
That's
why
dead bodies
why
we
we
just
wouldn't be.
So that is an exploratory
Oh,
action.
Right.
So we're just gonna say you guys dig through the corpses, because they're not really concealing much.
No.
Well, Isaac's going to be looking
they're not
through
gonna
the
palm an
shelves.
item.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a monkey's
Isaac's
paw
going to be
situation.
looking through his kind of like that's through his area over here at the at the shelves, at the walls, looking for nooks and crannies and any kind of hidden stuff.
Okay.
Per usual.
Okay.
We'll throw
And you other
perception in.
two are digging through corpses.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Roll some perceptions.
Oof,
You
that.
two as well, Isaac. Solid,
We messed
guys.
up. We messed these bodies up pretty bad, I think.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch like viscera in piles,
Yeah.
maybe.
So
And they're
Luminor
gross.
and Adrian, yeah, they're undead, but they are still wet. So yeah, it's not the dry kind. They're the wet, sloppy ones.
Undead but still wet sounds like a tagline from like a really like bad 80s movie.
Yeah.
Dracula, undead but still wet.
So you dig through them, the regular ghouls, you don't find much of anything on them. That's why. Sorry. What you do find, though, on Nhakazarin is her staff seems to be fairly funky. Let me see here.
Just got one of those funky staff situations.
Yeah.
Won't you take me to
So I will drag and drop this onto the stash,
Apologize.
and you guys, I believe that's mystified, so you can't tell what it is exactly.
It's
The
probably
nature of this stuff is unclear.
magic.
There we go.
So this is like we learn the mechanic in Pathfinder about identifying items.
Sure.
But it's not called identify.
While
I'm guessing
we
that's
learn, that means I also learn. So, so what I'm going to get, either anybody that wants to, if they want to attempt to identify or demystify the item,
I'll take my shot at it.
roll an Arcana. Religion.
What a low.
Religion would also work.
Probably not.
Arcana or religion?
Yeah.
213, so that's not great. Esoteric lore. Whoa,
Okay.
boys.
Wow, guys.
So
Agent
you guys,
staff in half.
pass the staff around, and yeah, about you guys.
I have no idea what this thing is.
Adrian goes, "Yep,
It's a stick.
that's a staff," and passes it on. Yeah, you guys did not get high enough to figure this one out. You can take. I won't let you do it right away, but you later on, probably your next rest, you guys can run through it once more to see what it is, because you guys, none of you are staff wielders, right?
No. The only way that Luminor would end up wielding a staff is if he changes build from this to Starlit Span. There's a staff build for.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we can turn the staff into a blade.
I like the sound of this. Just stick a knife in the end of it.
Oh,
Tape
is
a
that how
sword
this
to
works?
the end of it.
Yeah.
Now a spear.
We're just stacking them on. Put an elven curved blade. You wrap some duct tape on it. Now I've got a plus 20-foot reach.
Yeah. Isaac, you were looking around these bookshelves.
Yeah, and probably tripped and fell into them.
Yeah, you banged your old noggin on one of the books that fell on your head. But the book that falls on your head does seem to be
identifying staffs for dummies.
Yeah, right. You notice that this falls in the line of the other books that you guys had found down here, the ones that Moriblunt had been. You'd think that Moriblunt would be interested in.
Oh, hey, look, Luminor, more of your saucy novels.
Every novel in this place is saucy if you read it the right way.
That they are. So I'll add another valuable book to you if you are taking it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about all you find.
All
What
right.
would you guys like to do?
There's an open door ahead of us. We trudge to this neck-deep pile of blood and guts and ghouls.
It kind of feels too easy. The glowing line pointed us through this door.
That's true. It did.
I kind of feel like maybe we should.
And it is still glowing, even though these things are dead.
Yeah,
feel like we should see that.
It had started fading as soon as it came through, but you can still see a faint trail of it leading through that door to the east.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a statue in here. It could be anything.
It could even be a boat.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, what if this statue's like a friend?
Staff
It's
or
not
statues
friend-like
are
shape.
friends, not food.
Is it friend shaped?
I would
Here,
say
go.
it's friend shaped. But like the doors are open.
It's like a
That's because the evil priestess came in from there.
the statue
so
of
like
Baymax.
We've already
Sorry,
cleaned
guys,
this
I
room.
hate to interrupt, but my wife just bought me the most wonderful present in the world.
Oh,
Must be a
It's-
puppy.
It's a giant spatula.
that's
this
not
thing
a that's not a spatula. It's a
literally
damn
the
pizza
size-
peel.
It's the
Is this-
size of my chest.
Is this forced perspective?
No,
Yay.
it's not.
Hold on, we
It's
gotta.
huge.
I gotta.
Here, let me
Is it huge or your hands just really small?
No, it's huge.
I've been through this before.
You're a real life gnome.
I don't know what you're talking
This is
about.
for Mrs. Finney. Oh, I don't have it on there. Hang on, I can still do
Yeah,
this.
this thing is massive.
Wow,
It's a
wow, wow, wow,
monster.
wow. So what do you
You
flip
can
with
like
that?
flip all the
Whatever you
burgers
want,
at
I
once.
guess.
Yeah, pizzas, I'm thinking, is what I'm going to be doing with it.
I feel like
It's
this
got a
tool's
reinforced handle.
It's a Grace titanium.
This is for
Yeah.
Mrs. Finney.
Is it long enough sticking a pizza in it?
Well, you have
No,
arms, Rocket.
no, it's got a little.
Oh, so it's like for when you barbecue pizza, not stick it in there.
Yeah.
Mrs. Nerfy says, "Remember Uncle Buck making pancakes?" Yes,
Yes.
that is an immediate. That is immediate.
The shovel.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Very
the
cool.
reason why somebody buys you a tool like that is because they're like expecting you to use it now. Like nobody buys you a pizza flipper without making you make her pizzas.
Well,
That ain't a
I do
tool.
make a lot of pizza.
It's a damn flipper.
Okay, I apologize.
No, never.
Mm.
Never apologize. Never apologize for
Never
Mrs. Finney.
apologize.
Never apologize for giant spatulas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the commercial from UHF with Weird Al? Spatula City, Spatula City. No? Go and look it up.
Okay. You guys were headed to the north through
Probably.
the doors. Okay.
Oops.
Yes.
So as you cross the threshold, soft light illuminates several display cases in this vast room.
Mhm.
Once used to display books, the cases stand smashed and empty. Along the curved wall to the north stands a hideous, towering figure of a woman. The form is composed of hundreds of portions of stitched together flesh from a variety of different creatures and draped in tattered, filthy sheets. The stench of rot from the statue fills even this large room.
So this thing is made of meat.
It's made of
You know-
meat.
Is this the flesh for the canker? I'm
Sure.
thinking this is the flesh for the canker.
Even in the fantasy realms, you guys can't stop commenting on women's body.
It's because there's one behind you just staring at us.
I think that we should investigate
do s-
closer to see what's
You
going on.
see alcoves off to the
I
east
love
and
an
west.
alcove.
The statue's made of man flesh.
Oh, man flesh.
Walk up and say it's nice to meet you.
Oh, wow. Zabu.
All right, well, we're going in. Stinks in
Absolutely.
here.
So, it doesn't smell really good at all. Can Luminor tell if there's like any kind of necromantic energy around this pile of flesh? Like, is it going to be animated? Does he have, what kind of senses does he have to pull this kind of information out? Like occult, arcana, like what would be used to discern that kind of a thing?
Religion?
Crafting? You guys see how it's like it's sewn together with magic?
I mean-
I don't know. Perception?
What are you looking for specifically?
I'm trying to look. I'm trying to use my like ethereal, magically tuned senses to tell if there's any necromancy at play here.
It'd probably be a religion
word-
thing or an arcana
That
thing.
is-
Yeah. Let's roll Arcana or yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, nailed it.
Yeah.
Not like I have a
My
beef
senses
with the
are
statue.
tuned. My
Uh,
senses are attuned.
you are trying to sense something out of this horrendously stinky
Mhm.
flesh statue,
It's
and
pretty distracting though, that smell.
it is very distracting to you.
Yeah, it's hard to focus in here.
You being the curious gnome that you are, even still find it difficult to focus on this.
Okay.
There's a simple solution here, guys.
Yeah.
And I pull out my ever-burning torch. And I'm like,
This is the kind of human behavior that I've come to expect from y'all. That you're just like, I see a Frankenstein, torches and pitchforks.
I'm just saying, with a little bit of oil in this ever-burning torch, we can resolve this problem permanently.
So in these
While you guys
cabinets,
talk about that, Isaac, with his hands, one has a pot of oil in it, while the other has a bottle of alchemist fire.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Slowly kind of come back down behind his back like this and go, yeah, humans, right?
am I right, you humans? Is there any labels, anything on these bookcases, the cabinets around here that said like what types of books that was in it? Can Luminor see if there's like any kind of tells that would give away something more specific of what that was held in these
Display
chests?
cases.
Display cases. Thank you. Okay.
They look to have displayed various special books, small artifacts, things that were potentially sacred almost to whatever was originally worshipped in here. Because as far as you can tell, this fleshy statue was not always here.
It's not. It didn't come with the castle when they bought it.
Yeah.
Does anybody have some religious skills that can maybe see if there's any sigils or recognizable symbols or something that would tell us what the H is here originally? Maybe there's a goddess we could pray to to purify this place. Yeah,
Isaac is a-religious.
I am trained in religion, so can I just make a check and see what I can pull from it?
Sure.
I also have I'm also trained in occultism.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'd let occult go. Yeah.
Okay.
Isaac can try occultism too.
I don't want to be in here. This room sucks. It stinks. Everything's broken. There's nothing of value. And Isaac's just hearing me. I'm just going off like, I don't want to be in here. This place sucks. And I distract Isaac while he's doing his thing too.
There's the smell is overpowering. There's a lot of complaining going on. There's an evil pile of flesh. I think we can all agree that this thing should probably not be here anymore, and it might be for the greater good if we build salt and pepper.
Torch it.
Yeah,
Chunk it.
What if we do have the oil, we do have some fire, we could burn it. That would probably make it stink worse.
Barbecue never smells bad.
So when you guys look a little closer to this, and I mean, closer is a very strong word for what you're doing. You were kind of squinting at it, and it vaguely resembles the painting of Belcora that you guys saw.
So this is like,
If they're trying to Frankenstein
Different
Belcora
too.
back together, then we should probably definitely get rid of it.
yeah, I'd rather not have more than 0 Bellacoras in this place.
But let's Isaac's gonna take some water and soap and kind of make a little solution, pour it over a rag and tie it around his face so that the smell doesn't get too bad. He's
Okay.
gonna approach closer so that he can get a better look. Maybe not that far.
Yep.
That's 10 feet away.
How tall is
Okay,
it?
he wants to stay about 10 feet away or whatever. Just to start investigating around it, see if there's what's kind of going on with the pedestal, the walls around it,
If a rotting
what's
arm
holding it
falls
up?
on you, I'm not.
That sort of thing. He's looking at the structure and that, not looking at the meat on it, but what's holding up the meat and what's the meat sitting on.
Maybe
That's
if you
what-
gave me the proper tools, I could.
Junk it!
So
If you tell me
to the
junk
left
it
and right of
more
the
time.
statue,
Junk it
by these
now!
pillars, here and here, on the pillars themselves, are 2 unlit torch sconces.
Ooh, shit.
The pedestal itself is about a foot high step. It is flat and made out of stone. It does come around in a curve, like as if it were a circle, or a semicircle. Sorry. On top of that is this 15-foot tall, fleshy, stitched together parody of Belcora, and it is kind of tied to the. There's a frame behind it that it's kind of holding it up.
Okay. So I'm going to point out the frame to Luminor and say we don't necessarily need to burn it. We could find some key points on the frame to bring it down.
Or set it free.
Here's the thought on setting it free. We have in our party, actually in my inventory, I have some stuff that could possibly help us. I have 2 snares. One is a spike snare, one is a caltrop snare.
Uh-huh.
And I have a series of bombs.
A series of bombs.
Yes.
Plural.
This is one thing out of character. This is one thing you'll know. It's a recurring theme with me in RPGs is I love having bombs.
Fair.
I did it in Divinity Original Sin 2 when I did a multiplayer run through with some friends, and I ended up having a great time.
So if you bomb this thing, are we going to be picking up guts out of like our hair?
No, what I'm talking about is if we want to dismantle it safely, what we could potentially do is we could set up the snares around it just in case it does come alive and come after us, which would give us enough time to beat feet out of here.
That's a great idea. Set your snares and then blow this thing up.
So, and Isaac's not going to do anything without party consent, obviously. So he's going to turn back to Adrian and say, "What do you think?" Obviously, you think just burn it.
I have no qualms about getting rid of this thing at all. I don't think it's going to come to life because it would have by now, in my opinion. So I say let's get rid of this thing, take whatever's valuable in this room, and then torch this place and leave.
There's no like golden crown on this thing's head or anything.
The
not on the.
It's the.
The other thing I'm going to point out is that it's inert. It is inert right now, as far as we can tell.
No,
so
maybe
maybe dismantling it is the last thing we do in this room. We set it up so that it comes down as we leave. We close the doors.
I don't think it's a load-bearing flesh golem.
I'm not talking about it being load-bearing. I'm talking about let's clear the room before we invite disaster.
Sure. What's there to clear?
Well, we have these pedestals. We have these alcoves. We should make sure those are clear. We don't. If this thing does trigger off anything, we don't want anything coming at us from the flanks.
Okay. I'm going to throw a quick little perception check down for yonder alcove. If there's there's shelves, if there's any like loose debris.
In this alcove to the east, you find a brazier on the wall.
Yeah.
As well as a low bench against the wall.
That's the best kind for gnome.
Yeah. You check underneath it. There's some cobwebs, some mouse turds, and some dust bunnies. Large
Are the
ones.
dust bunnies made of silver or copper?
They are definitely silver-haired dust bunnies.
God damn it. The market on dust bunnies is pretty tight these days, I find.
Yeah. That's fair.
Luminor is an expert in sniffing out old couch cushions, if you know what I mean. So he's gonna get this cat.
This
the
side,
checking in like the the table legs, making sure they're not hollow.
It is very much the same. You do find a few copper underneath the low bench on this side.
Yeah.
Tucked way back into the far corner. Your torch just barely lights them up. Again, there is a unlit torch in the sconce.
So
And yeah.
So if I wonder if I light this sconce, if I get a better light and I can find more copper in here.
Sure. You can try that.
Luminor lights this this sconce beside him here with his flint and tinder.
I'm over on the other side, but I'm watching Luminor more than paying attention to this side.
Tiptoe.
Let me just set some light up in here. Light. We want a torch light. There, bring that intensity down just a little bit.
Do I need sunglasses?
Oh, it's too dark. There we go.
Ooh, that's really nice. So with this extra bit of light, Luminor's got that. He's got a nose for riches here, so he's gonna do another quick little.
Yeah.
Just like
Eight.
times
Following his
multiplier.
nose.
Okay. With that, there seems to be a slight in the corner, the bricks that make up the corner and the center of the wall don't quite line up properly.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah. But you push and you try and you wiggle the sconce.
Mhm.
Can't seem to get whatever this is to move though.
Luminor yells over to Adrian across the room on the other side of the similar what he's seen here with this unusual thing, and with his keen engineering sense, he sees that there's something afoot, and maybe this this experienced esoteric lorist might also see some potential in it.
With that, I'll check in this other side, similar to what Luminor did over there.
Lighting up and everything.
Yeah. I'll take I've got my torch in my hand. I'll just kind of ignite the brazier.
Kick the tires and light the fires.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then if I'm able to use my esoteric lore, I'd love to, but I don't think it really applies to this.
no, probably not.
Yeah, this would be more of a engineering check would work.
If bricks are like the least esoteric thing.
I've got no engineering. I've got perception.
I've got engineering lore. Can I shout some tips over at my boy?
Sure.
About like what to look for, since I already have an example over here.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna throw down a little roll for you.
Okay.
Oh, what that does for you.
I
So
just follow his directions exactly.
Yeah.
he's explaining it from across the room, and you're looking. You're not seeing anything that remotely resembles what he's talking about.
Nothing like that over here, man.
Oh, okay, weird.
So, but with that check, Luminor, as you're looking at it, you're kind of tracing it out, describing it.
Absolutely.
You do find a loose stone, down. It's the second stone up, one to the left, and it pushes in just slightly, and your door opens.
I like my stones like I like my gnomes.
Inside, you see the walls of this small room have built-in shelves. There are books lining the shelves to the north and south. There's a stack of loose scrolls that sit on the shelf to the west, and a single chair and a small writing desk sit in the center of the room.
When that happens, I'm gonna start pushing on the stone bricks in my side.
Okay. So you push around, and there you can't find a brick that
Everything looks the same.
pushes, or yeah.
Then
Even when
enters
he
the
was describing what the outline that he found, you don't see any outline like that. Your bricks look like they should interlock properly and everything.
perfectly aligned, like everything should be.
Yeah.
Luminar enters the space. He's going to. There's all these scrolls on the shelves. We've got this little. He's going to search the table and couch cushions here first for any sick loots, and then we're going to take a look at the bookshelves. Oof, it's close.
Oof. So you you check the writing table. It's not so much a writing table. It's a small table, 4 legs, tabletop.
Very
That's
simple.
it. It's just for opening a book on, and it's barely big enough for that.
Okay.
It's like those college desks with the wee little writing end of it, right? It's just
right.
barely big enough for a calculator, and that's it.
Has anyone like carved their names, like class of 1?
No, nobody
Okay.
is. It's fallen into slight disrepair after the years that it's been sitting here, but it is still intact.
No sign of
you
like
check-
Bellacora grad 2001.
You check the chair. It is was a well-made, comfortable-looking chair.
Mm-hmm.
The padding's kind of defluffed since sitting for 400 and odd years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you
Who would
find.
blame it?
Yeah.
Okay, Lumer, what do I need to do to search these shelves? Is it just perception, or do I need like some arcana to see the magical lore in these books on the shelf? I'm assuming they're magical.
You know what? Oh, just don't worry about it.
Okay.
Because
They don't matter at all.
these books, there's nothing here. Nothing. No, these books do actually.
Ooh.
These books appear to be quite not valuable to a collector, but valuable to you guys specifically. So what you do find is a folio of teleportation networks.
Yeah.
You find Belcora's journal.
What?
And you find blueprints to Gauntlet Keep.
So all the weak spots for us to set the charges.
Yeah. And the blueprints are a large bundle of multiple scrolls rolled up into a case. Belcora's journal is the biggest, most gut-wrenchingly ugly, horrifying book sitting on the shelf. And the folder of the teleportation network is a folder containing several diagrams and all sorts of stuff that has been it's been sitting between a few books for half a millennia now, and so it's very well pressed, well preserved, nice and straight, nothing's all crinkled up.
Mint.
And you find one unusual book that it doesn't really stand out, but when it keeps tugging at you. not tugging, but you keep coming back to that book. You search for a few more, and then you always settle on that book.
Drawing your attention back to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, I like that. I'm paying attention to this book. Can I pick it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, Luminor, his curiosity, of course, is just like firing off on all cylinders. The amount of like embarrassment of riches that we have in here for knowledge. And this book just jumps out into his hands basically, and just like he has to pick it up. He's got to have it.
Okay.
Is this like a one ring situation?
I will let
Is
you
my
know.
precious?
Not right now.
Okay. Not right
That's funny.
No. No. You pick it up. You put it down on the table. You walk out of the room. You come back, pick it up. It's not
possessing me.
It's not possessing you. You don't feel compelled with it in your hand to do something.
But it does. Can I? Is it like bound in?
With your
something?
detect magic?
Yeah, I got that.
It exudes magic.
All right, perfect. Can I tuck it into my pack for now?
Sure.
Gorgeous.
Zig would really like to look at those blueprints.
1,000,000,000%.
It is. Sorry. You know what? I can drag it on you. There you go. The blueprints. Yes, the blueprints.
Are they blue?
They are, and they're printed on really nice papers.
I'm sure Belcora's journal would be really useful as well, but maybe that's something that Adrian should be digging into, since it seems like he has some sort of connection with the place.
His family history is tied to it.
If
I bet you his ancestors pop up in the past.
If that is the case, then yeah, I would. But
it also feels thematic, right? Like esoteric lore. What's more esoteric than the inner workings of a necromancer / lich, possible lich? We don't know if she's a lich, but crazy ass necromancer.
She is now.
So the teleportation diagrams or the blueprints. Sorry, you want the gauntlet blueprints.
Yeah, I'm really interested in
yes.
blueprints. The teleportation network as well, but more so the blueprints, because this is one thing Isaac is trying to puzzle out the immediate right now, and he's looking at this semicircular base and of this meat statue, and he's wondering if it actually is a full circle hiding behind the wall.
So,
and then maybe on the blueprints, and it would save having to, get any closer to inspect it.
Do you know Aklo? The language.
Very good question. No. What I did. Nope.
Okay. So this is going to make it pretty difficult then. Because these are written in a strange to you language. Now that being said, there are a lot of sheets here, and you figure it would take you nearly 8 to 10 hours to sift through all these, kind of get them in order because they weren't stacked in order, and make sense of what they are.
Just wondering if my knowledge in engineering lore would be able to take a quick scan over these blueprints to kind of speed that up, or is this something that no, we should take this back to town and actually sit down and do a proper research downtime section on this?
Are you asking me or the party?
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of throwing that out to everybody, because
I
there's
think that
there's a lot of information we just came into. It really does seem like this would be a real good point of, you know what, let's get this stuff back to town. Talk to the people that we know to talk to about it. Like, offload some of these books to the book collector, but let's go to the people we know with some of this information. Let's take this journal to the crazy tiefling elfin lady or whatever and see what she has to say about it. Or the teleportation network and see what she has to say about it. Let's take these blueprints to at least back to the fishing village or fishing camp and sit down and try to puzzle it out. Maybe between Luminor and Isaac, we can our combined experience in engineering would help us figure it out, regardless of our knowledge of language. We might be able to piece out the actual engineering side of the blueprints.
I would like to see where this magical trail goes off to in at least the next room before we bail back to town.
Yeah. Okay. I'm good with that as well.
Do we want to light up this statue?
Yes.
Okay. Are you two going to
Seek
hang
cover
out where you're at, or are you going to hang out further back, just in case?
further back 1000%. What's the blast radius of your charges?
5 feet.
Oh yeah, I'm fine here. I'll be behind this broken glass. It's okay.
What about you, Adrian?
take
I
cover.
mean, I would like to, if you're gonna set this up, I mean, I don't see a reason why I'd need to stay in here for just blowing this crap up.
Well, I'm
Okay,
going to take
okay.
a little bit of time while you guys are doing your alcove stuff. I was going to get a little bit closer and start looking around, because we've got the sconces over here
What do you want to light the
that we could
sconces?
potentially light up. I wanted to inspect this base to see if it actually rotates, or if it's just a half circle pedestal.
Yeah, grease it up. See if it puts some WD-40 on it and see if it moves.
Grease me
what's
up,
going on.
woman.
Maybe Eero can get his hands on it, kind of try to see if it clicks in, or if there's any, like the sconces or anything, or kind of switches that would rotate it, kind of like the Indiana Jones thing where they're in the fireplace.
Right.
Okay.
Try to figure out if it's something like that. Just see what I can see about it, and if it's literally just a pedestal with a gross meat statue on it, then I'll just tear it down.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
Dun, dun,
So
dun.
you light the sconces.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a specific order they need to be lit in, I light them in that specific order.
I do everything correct. That's a
Yeah.
good check.
That's how that usually works, right? So you light both sconces, and nothing happens. Nothing accosts you. The flesh statue doesn't come to life and start, walking towards you or anything. You fiddle around and take a good look at the pedestal. The pedestal does not appear to be rotatable in any way.
Not mechanical.
Not mechanically.
Luminor does his hoodoo voodoo bullshit around it, and
That's 90% of what Luminor's job is here.
he senses nothing. So there's no magical sigils around it that he can find. There's no residual energies popping it off here.
This feels like open and shut case.
Sounds like a good reason for us to leave and explode this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look in the inventories here to see what we have that can possibly blow this thing up.
I just assumed that you had it in your pocket.
Well, I mean, I've got some stuff, but they don't exactly blow stuff up. They light it on fire. Where is my formulas? I can whip up some alcohol.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
That's just an accelerant.
Do we have oil? Throw some oil on it, and all you've used produce flame. We got this.
Yeah, I got a thing of wood.
Yeah, let's douse this thing.
Okay. I'm gonna sneak over to the back here and just take a look at the support on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's holding it up? Is it like ropes? Is it on hooks? What's actually holding up the meat statue?
There are some ropes holding it. And there are a couple straps, like an old belt is holding one hand up, or one arm up. There's a couple sticks that stick out, and a rope that goes around the torso to hold it up. It's mostly sticks and rope. Very little metal.
Perfect.
This is all very
Flammable.
flammable.
Yeah.
Okay. I will use one of my oil pints and splash it kind of liberally on that wooden support behind the meat statue. And
Okay. So you
Flames
douse.
gather in Luminor's hand.
And Isaac quickly runs away.
well, I mean, I've been lit on fire by my own actions too many times. Like, at a certain point, it's time to learn a lesson.
Okay.
Anyway, the whole point is that we just want to deconstruct this thing. We want the meat statue to fall onto the ground and start decomposing as meat is supposed to decompose.
Perfect.
As nature intended. The flames shoot out from Luminor's hands as produce flame hits home against this statue. Does he need to roll?
Yes, roll an attack roll for me. It hits.
Oof. Close. Damage?
No, don't worry about it. So your flame goes out, it strikes the oiled and greased meat statue, and it erupts into flame. After a few minutes go by, you guys kind of watching, make sure nothing happens, but it wasn't playing dead this whole time. It does fall off of the structure that's holding it up, and it crumples to the ground and continues burning. So now it is a pile of burning meat, and the stench is horrendous. It was bad before. It is vomit-inducing now.
It's time for us to go.
Yeah.
I think we've done everything we need to do in this awful, awful room.
We don't hear any sort of reaction, any sort of screeching, can we sense any sort of reaction to this happening?
No, there's no reaction happening.
Like we don't hear ghouls in far off rooms
No.
screeching and starts going. Okay.
No.
So it was merely an effigy that we.
Yeah, we all need an effigy once in a while.
I just hope it wasn't some important plot point that we just decided to burn and move on.
That's not Morrowind. The thread of prophecy has been severed.
Yeah, you can tell we've been burned before.
Oh.
Oh.
So tracing the little magic doodle here, Luminor examines the door. Is it pretty similar? It's a soggy, wet, old, rusty, heavy wooden door.
Not so much soggy anymore. Slightly
Oh.
swollen in the door frame now. You are underground now. You figure.
Mm-hmm.
So it's damp down here, but it is not.
It's not like it was
sloppy.
before.
Yeah.
It was a real sloppy.
Real sloppy.
The hinges are rusted.
Yeah.
And the door is swollen slightly.
Yeah. Luminor tries the door handle and see if it's locked.
It is not locked.
Okay. Let's do a quick little perception. Make sure there's no trap that I can see in the door lock. That's gonna shoot a spike through my neck.
Yeah. You don't find any traps on the door.
Luminor's gonna open the door.
Okay.
Here we go.
Just then, a spike shoots out from the back
Not
wall.
a spike.
No.
Flies over your head because you're a gnome and a dead second.
This is not an inclusive booby trap. This is a heightist booby
it's
trap.
right over your head. So you find yourself faced with a short hallway with a turn to the south.
I consider it to be a regular size hallway, but use your words, I'll use mine.
Okay. You walk
Oh my.
a little further, and you notice some stairs leading down.
Into the dark.
There's two more
guys.
doors to the south.
Yeah, we've got some other doors here. Do we want to kind of be a little more thorough, or do we want to stay focused on this magical trail?
I would not like to go down another level without investigating and researching these blueprints.
Okay.
Because these ghouls that we ran into and the library and all this other stuff would have been really nice to know about beforehand. But now that we didn't have the means to know about that beforehand. But now we do.
Would have ghouls are here on the blueprints?
No, but it might give us some idea of what to expect structurally, so we can potentially plot out our movement.
I see. Can Luminor look through the door lock, the keyhole of this door right below? Is there an option on the table? Or is it pretty
Sure.
solid? Okay.
Yeah. There's a keyhole.
You're small
Why
enough.
Yeah, I got little eyeballs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a little perception here. We'll look through this keyhole.
Ooh. That's
Luminor's
pleasant.
eyes are eagle-eyed sharp. We rolled a double digit for once.
All right.
What do we see on the other side of this keyhole?
You have low light vision, correct?
Yes, it's only low light. It's not dark vision. Jesus.
It's dark on the other side of this room. That being said, you do see a floating wisp further towards what you think might be the end of the room. Quite a ways away from the door. It's kind of a bluish white floating speck.
Okay.
Are we going to go fight a bluish white glowing floating speck?
Well, might be an ally that helps us find the next treasure.
I think that's the Raya getting to you.
There's always an opportunity behind every door. Finn, was it possible for me to tell whether or not this room was pretty wide from this, or is it it's too narrow? I can just see a straight line down.
It is dark,
Yeah.
but you can see a slight bluish white speck floating quite a ways away from the door.
Okay.
Mind you, you're looking at it with one eye, so your depth perception's kind of off.
That's a good point. I do not have a lot of perception on a good day. All right. I relay this information, what I've seen, back to the to my compatriots here. What do you guys think? There's a variable behind this door.
I think
We've never been troubled by a speck before.
I
Might
think
as well keep the other one while you're at it.
sure, but we came down following this blue light.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we alter course until we figure out what the hell's going on with it. We can always come back here.
Those doors aren't going anywhere. That's true. And the blue light didn't seem to be very urgent. It's just kind of floating there.
It did dim, but
It's dark. So
Well,
probably just hanging out in the dark.
When
dark.
you, yes, the blue trickle quest trail did.
Oh, the
dim
quest
slightly.
trail. Sorry, DG. I thought you were talking about the wisp.
no, the
Yeah.
trail, because that's why we're here to begin with. We followed that trail into here.
I agree. I am concerned about the dimming of the trail.
So I think we follow this to the end of the line, and then we can come back here once we've either A, figured out what this is about, or B, we hit a dead end.
Yeah, I agree. I'm worried about running out of trail.
Okay. Would it be between Luminor and Isaac? Can we do a quick shuffle through the blueprints to see if we could figure out what's at the bottom, what's down these stairs? Or is this again another thing where it's like, no, you need a good day's worth of
This
digging
is
into it?
one of those, you need a good day's worth of digging through it.
Well, I'm not
Well,
you know
you know what?
I'm happy about
Roll-
just going into it blind, but
on.
we can
Well, I
do
mean,
it.
we can double back into
Roll.
town, take this stuff, and we should, but
Isaac, roll percentages. You pick high, low.
Oh, percentages. I'm gonna bet on myself. I'm gonna roll high.
So high, you find something.
Yeah.
Okay. You dig through the blueprints, and they are not making much sense right
you
now.
don't have enough time to look through it as thoroughly as you want to.
As Luminor's chomping at the bit, he's already 3 stairs down.
Yeah, I thought the double zeros meant 100.
They do if you roll another 0 with it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I'm fine doubling back if we need to double back to get our bearings and get ourselves in a good position to do so. I'm not advocating for pushing forward. I'm just saying before we start kicking more doors open, like we should either go back to town if that's what we want to do, or we should follow this trail that we've been following. I don't think we should kick more doors open and disturb more.
Following this, if we end up in a situation where there's more of these ghouls or something else coming at us.
I feel like the further down we
beat
go, the less ghouls and the more demons. Things are going to get worse as we go down.
This is kind of why I want to do the research first, but also from an empirical standpoint, we go down, it's another data point we could potentially use when we start to go through these blueprints to start matching up what we saw in real life versus what we're seeing on the blueprints to possibly help us decode them.
I'm good either way. I just want to
I would just like to not get into something that we aren't exactly equipped to handle.
So we go back?
Yet. So I'm okay with going down as long as we're okay with getting out of there immediately if it turns into something that, oh crap, if it turns into an oh crap situation.
That's always the plan, but that's never the
Yeah,
action.
for sure.
Everyone's always got a plan until you get punched in the face.
That's true.
Right, but we do have some tools in our inventories that could potentially help us get out of there quicker, as long as we're
Okay.
willing to use them.
I'm fine to turn and run. But I'm also saying, and Adrian's just addressing the group, like, if we need to go and get our bearings, let's go do that now. If that's what you're saying we need to do, then let's go do it. We don't need to discuss it. Let's go.
So then I'm going to go over to Luminor,
Mhm.
our resident magical scholar, the person who knows more about magic than everybody else, and say, do you know anything about this glowing trail and and how long it might last?
I know
Because it
we've
doesn't
been
make
here
good-
for less than a day, and it's already gotten dimmer in this time. If we were to take a day coming back, it might not be.
He might
here.
not be here.
Okay. Well, in that case, then
Luminor, can you, or Luminor, Adrian, actually Adrian, roll some esoteric lore for me.
Ooh, I like esoteric lore.
My dice are not on tonight, guys.
That is just barely enough.
is also
Just
why I'm trying to be like, maybe we go do RP stuff today. We're not going.
My dice aren't coming back. Just for this. I gotta change the colors. What I gotta do.
You figure that this was, it's a manifestation of a spirit that spent a certain amount of time in a location.
Mm-hmm.
And once triggered, you figure that this phenomenon, you could probably trigger it again.
Okay.
Knowing
So-
what the trigger was.
What was
The trigger
trigger
was
was-
you guys inspected a
It was the couch.
couch room.
It was a couch way
That's
over
it, the
here,
magic
but
couch.
we had the one couch with the teleportation stuff behind it, and the evil eye above it, and then there was the one across the hallway that had
With
a-
the glowing
glowing-
green light in it on the tapestry.
Yeah.
And once you guys inspected that, all of a sudden the
that's what kicked off
glowing-
this wild goose chase.
the glowing tapestry wrote some words on the wall and then trailed off.
Yeah, I don't remember what the words it wrote was.
So I'm gonna relay that to the party because Luminor's like, this might go away, and I'm like, well, this is likely a trail, and if it goes away, it's not that big of a deal. Let's
Okay,
mark
okay.
down where they're headed and be mindful
Yeah.
that we're likely headed going down that direction will likely put us in the direct contact with other ghosts, haunts, and other poltergeists of sorts.
Because
Yeah,
another concern of Isaac's is that we have left a lot of closed doors behind us, and we don't know what's behind them.
Life is all about closed doors.
But ultimately, I'm down for whatever. I just want to go. So whether we go back or we go through a door or we go downstairs,
Just do something.
Adrian's reached his end of standing here. Where are we going, team?
Let's go downstairs.
Oh yeah.
you guys are heading
It's like,
downstairs.
I don't want to go downstairs. All right, let's go.
I love you guys.
The DM
Like-
smiles. It's already too late. Is that the moment? Is that what just happened?
Who's in the lead here?
Luminor's
Luminor.
like, I'm going downstairs. And so
100%.
he's probably about 5 to 10 feet ahead of me before I'm like, all right, let's go. And then I go down the stairs and then another 5 or 10 feet before Isaac's like, come on, hero, let's go. And he's like, master, blowing up, master.
Okay.
He's been fixed. He can blow up again.
All right. Cool.
We get to the bottom of the stairs and Luminor turns around and goes,
There is no Luminor, only Zool.
This will be fun, guys. All right. That should have preloaded. You guys should just pop.
that's
in
code
here.
for us not being down here is a good idea.
All right. Sorry, I don't have an hero. There's hero. I'll just move you ahead, Isaac, and drop hero in behind you. There. Okay. You guys come down a set of stairs. The south wall facing the stairs flickers and glows with ribbons of eerie green luminescence. Luminor, at your feet, that green treasure trail starts to fade. And there's a door right in front of you. It's a door right in front of you.
East, north, west, south.
Sorry, the door is to the west.
Oh, west. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna inspect this. Luminor's gonna inspect this door. His eye for doors that he's had for this adventure. See if it's departed much from the design of the other doors.
Okay.
Engineering.
Yeah. That's a door.
It's a door.
Does not appear to have any traps or special catches on it. This one seems slightly more swollen than the one upstairs.
It's a door for sure.
Can Luminor stealth up and try to quietly open that door?
Hold up.
Okay.
When you listen quietly at the door, on the other side of the door, you hear some what sounds like faint drips of water, but echoing in a largish cavern.
Okay.
You do also hear a kind of in a gravelly voice from beyond the door. You can't hear what it's saying, but it is speaking.
Okay. So there's some kind of a community behind this door, maybe.
It's only one voice.
Oh, one.
It's only one voice that you hear right now.
Yeah. Okay. But I can't make out the words or anything.
No.
Cool. I relay this information back to the squad that there's a vague voice, one voice speaking to itself in the distance. Hard to hear it, probably too far away to be any kind of a danger to us anyway, if it's so hard to hear. Luminor's going to roll for stealth and quietly creak this door open.
I love you.
I can't creak this door open, it's not letting me. Hold on. Oh. Can't click on it.
Can't.
No clicky.
Oh, is it locked?
No, it's not locked.
Okay.
Shouldn't be.
No, it doesn't show up as something to click on. Did you click on it? down a ways?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, doesn't show up as
Okay.
interactivity for me.
All right.
I'd say by
Hold
now
on.
I catch up.
So when you look down at your feet,
Yeah.
Luminor, you
When I quietly look down at my feet.
yes, you don't see that good green trail
Trail's
leading
gone away.
further down.
Okay,
I don't see it.
it's gone
No.
away.
Oh, I see. I'm with you. Yeah, yeah.
It
I don't
is
see
gone.
the magical trail. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's gone. I never saw it when I walked through. It didn't fade in front of my eyes. I just opened the door and it wasn't there.
It was not there.
Okay. Adrian sees the same thing that I see. He looks over my short little head.
Yeah.
Adrian, what do you think of our little guide being gone?
I think if that's gone, and I look back at Isaac, is Isaac like, we shouldn't be down here?
Isaac is doing his best to not be noticed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say forward to I'll say forward to my good friend Luminor. If that trail is gone cold, maybe we go back. I know Isaac wants to pour through those documents, those blueprints.
Right. Yeah.
We can continue pushing forward, but I'm concerned that we're ill prepared for what awaits us down the way.
Okay. Yeah, we can go back.
If the trail's gone, if there's nothing, if we're not following anymore now, we're just exploring like we would any other space.
Yeah, we do like to explore. Who knows what we could find?
Well, we'll be coming down here no matter what.
Yeah.
But there's those other
That's true,
doors
we
we passed that we might as well double back. We can check those out, or we can head back out, get ourselves cleaned up, come back in again. I'm good
Are
to
you guys
keep going
low-
either way. I'm fine, but
Are we low on healing? What are we low on that we need to get more of?
I believe you guys expended both uses of your staff of
Healing.
heals, your healing
What
wands.
healing wands are out.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've burned a scroll or two.
I should maybe check the inventory.
Check the stash here. We have one healing potion, 3 healing potions.
I'm fine to keep going. I'll leave the decision of that up to you guys, but if that pathway has now gone, then there's nothing for us in this area that needs to be immediately inspected. The only reason why I was even considering following it was because we didn't want that pathing to go away.
Mm-hmm.
And now that it's gone,
I think we need to get some of this information back to the librarian lady. You know, we've got stuff that we should be offloading instead of carrying around a stack of valuable books that this Mr. Miyagi guy would find valuable. I
I
don't
could
see
use
a point in
a
carrying
goose to
books.
our wand of healing would be really nice too. That seems to be something that comes up pretty frequently in big battles. We tend to need it.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we should maybe even all have one. So if we can offload some of this stuff and get some gold, maybe we can buy a third one, potentially, if we can find one.
For sure. How long does it take to get us back to town, Finn?
Walking back through Gauntlet, it'll take you probably an hour and a half to get back to town.
Okay. That seems to be acceptable. We don't have any it might be worthwhile Luminor paging through and trying to find a teleportation scroll in town so we can start using these networks too. If that's something that the magic stores might have.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not just
Let's do
that.
that.
It's, this folio of the network might show places in town that are connected to the network, but we need the time to look at it.
For
We
sure.
need the time to figure it all out and map it out and know.
100%. Yeah, let's rip back to town.
Okay. So you guys head off back to town. You close the door or anything?
Yeah, we'll close the door all the way along the way. Close all the doors.
Okay. All right.
We make it out safely.
You do.
Yes.
And you arrive back in Otari.
Music was always like blasting in my ears the second we get
No,
back there.
sorry. I can put a stop to that. There
Thank
we go.
you.
Monkey poop.
Okay, duck.
Tuck this little gaffer into bed.
Just this little guy.
Says he's just a little guy. Needs some sleepy sleep.
Just
That's gonna be it for us tonight. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate it. Do all the things, click the links, and do the stuff. Zabu says he's been really wearing on her all these years.
Oh God.
Wearing.
How dare
Oh, boo.
you?
Friday night I got a brand new game coming at you. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Make sure you tune in for that. Sunday I've got arcade with Fate, Stookie, and myself. Monday continuation of said new game. Probably next week Wednesday for Pathfinder. Continuation of this one. Click the links, do all the things, and that's it from us. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. So long. Goodbye.
Bye.